Hi, Shira. Once again, I'm Juan Vasquez III with Bart Mallow, the lead senior superintendent on the project. Here's Bloomfield Hills High School for this month, December. You can see learning communities starting from the south. At the very south corner, you can see the orange JLG equipment. They're installing the windows at that corner at the project room. The remainder of the east wall at the brick, we're installing those openings, as well as where this trailer is, we'll be closing that window system as well. Speaking of the trailer, that's a temporary boiler room. You can see it's a trailer, boiler on a trailer that we're going to be temporarily using and have up and running shortly to heat this hot water for the heating within the building, especially down for this area in the west wing. Going through, you can see the media center is enclosed in plastic. The black wall right here with the small windows is banned. Beyond that, with the high wall, is an auditorium. Currently they're roofing it right now. Next is kitchen, which you can't see. You have the gym, enclosure with locker rooms, and then the far north is the pool, which we did start digging, which I believe you'll see. So things are on target. Not a lot of, from the outside it may not look like a lot is happening, but roughly about 100 to 125 workers each day inside building. So where it may not seem very busy on the outside, it's very busy on the inside building masonry walls. Starting to install the drywall finishes on shortly once we get heat in the building, and the finishes will follow soon after within the learning communities. The office space, drywall, ready for drywall finishes, so we can start the finishes in there and ceilings as well. So things are right on target and going very well. You can see right now we've dug some of the pool out. Some of the base is going in, stone, fabric. So this is actually in progress. You can see probably since the last time we walked through, the actual pool planking for roof deck, concrete plank has been set. We actually have the roof watertight, so this space is moving along very well. All right, what you have here, Sierra, is looking from Andover. There is the media center is enclosed in plastic. Within that plastic, prior to that going up, there was this plastic enclosure. That is the main entrance for keeping that heat in, but now we're heating this space as well. You can see over here is the media center, and the main, there's like a balcony up there that ties into the auditorium and goes around to the learning communities. So out of that door is the learning communities. Up there is the loft for the media center. If you look down low around the plastic with the masonry wall that's 2'8" high, that is the media center. So there's 2 stories in the media center. So that is underway and right on target. The plastic is down because we've got multiple barriers for temperature. But that's only maybe a third, not even, maybe 20% of that roof monitor, skylight, whatever you want to call it. All right, sure, what we have here, this is actually the auditorium. It's in the auditorium space, but it's the toilet rooms, the restrooms within the main entry. So you can see, what you don't see from the outside is there's about 120 workers on site. 100 to 120 workers each day. You may only see a small portion outside, but that's because we're inside building. So right now with the enclosures inside the building, a lot of masonry walls are occurring. As you can see in this toilet room, it's a cold day today. Got heat in the building. The temperatures will need to work in the space, and masonry walls are being installed. Space sure has changed as well with drywall. This is servering. There'll be some overhead doors in here, and this is one of the 4 serveries within the learning communities. Within this space here, from the outside, we just looked at it in the courtyard. This is one of the small group study rooms. We call them a bump out. It is overhanging outside. It's a great space for small group study, is what it is. So if you look through this space here, this is one of the learning communities. Last time you reviewed it, I don't believe the drywall was installed. So you can see that this is one of the clouds, one of many clouds. The ceiling in here is 9'4". Outside of the cloud is 10 foot. And then within that other soffit, ceiling space is 11'4". Those spaces within there are the sliding glass partitions that can be open or closed with the man door next to it. And, this is a learning community with a technology media wall. Sorry, it's a little cold, can't speak. And this is one of the tech walls. So there'll be monitors, displays, lockers, seating area on that one over there. So things are going very well and right on target. Right, if you look here, if you remember, I think it was back in June, we talked about all the open areas for windows. You can actually see the windows are installed. The bump outs that we call the small group study rooms are all installed with the glass. Look underneath, the soffits and fascia is all installed, all the metal panels. So you look at those windows that look kind of funny, it's actually plastic over it. Those are operable windows as well, so they can be opened. But pretty much for the most part, other than some trim pieces, all the glass is installed. We have a little bit of work over here, but the courtyard is buttoned up. So. Okay, sure. This is actually the corridor. We're above the locker rooms, south of the pool, between the pool and the gymnasium. This is the second floor hallway that we just walked up the stairs that actually leads to the athletics, the upper locker rooms for the men's and the women's locker rooms, and then the coach's office and so forth. So, so this is the corridor. With the weather the way it is, we're being very creative, building within enclosures with heat when the weather doesn't allow us to work outside of enclosures. We've been very fortunate the last few weeks. You know, we did have, it was very cold earlier, but late fall, but right now it seems like the temperatures have been up in the 40s. Today's a cold day, so we're being proactive where we're building in enclosures, so we're still productive and still on schedule. So.